everyone. Welcome to Film Vets. I'm your host, Paul Dixon, and with me is my co-host,
Dan Young.
Dan, we're going to watch a trailer that I talked about in the other trailer reaction. I had thought we were going to watch it, and we didn't. So now we're going to watch it. And this trailer came out a couple of weeks ago or so, and I'm going to let you decide what you think, and I'll tell you what I thought. I need to watch it again anyway, so I'm glad we're here. This is a spinoff from Sony. Well, it's not even a spinoff. I don't even know how to describe it.
Oh, so it's the Sony-verse.
It's the Sony-verse. It's not the MCU. This is Madam Webb. And if you ever watch the Spider-Man cartoon show, you have some idea of who she is. This is not, and I'll let you know right up front, this is nothing like her from the show.
and this is not her.
And this is not her. So let's try to...
She's a wino. She's a Webb in name only.
Madam Wino. I would actually watch that. It's the Aunt May movie. Madam Wino. Let's watch the trailer. Yeah. Oh God. This is the trailer before the trailer. We don't need that.
Well, yeah, they do. They have to preview the preview before the preview.
Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Man, Spider-Man's a dick.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
Let's try that again.
It's Final Spider Nation.
A
This is
week
Final
ago,
Destination
I spent
Spider-Man.
my life racing against time,
I'm gonna help you out today, okay?
trying to save people who were running out of it. Until one moment changed everything.
I just don't know about that voiceover.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
I don't understand what's happening.
I've been having visions.
I knew he was gonna die.
It's very Final Destination like.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
What do you want from me?
I do feel they're giving way too much away.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency.
Like,
Get off
we
the
didn't
train.
need to know who the
Trying to
villain
kill
is.
you. What?
Who are you? What is going on?
I can see the future.
Oh, what the hell? She didn't see
I
that
did like
coming?
that.
That's not how it works.
I did like
I've
that.
seen that man before.
So who is he?
Just throw shit
Ezekiel
up.
Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
That's how arachnophobia started.
You live in my building.
Really?
You're the paramedic.
I need to watch that. I bought it on DVD.
You almost ran me over.
Yeah, you got to go back and watch
You
it.
don't think this is weird?
Arachnophobia
How we're
is
all
a classic.
It's kind of terrible. We're watching a Spider-Man movie
Honestly,
talking
like
about
the least
arachnophobia,
weird
and I'm
thing
more
that's
interested in that.
happened all day.
What do you want from me?
I have no idea what those girls are coming.
Why don't you want from me?
I think he can see into the future.
What are you want me?
He's trying to change what happens. Julia, get
Oh, they're explaining everything about the movie.
Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me?
Your future was almost so different.
Where do we go?
If you want to live, you have to trust me.
Get ready. Now.
You're showing off.
Oh,
Maybe
P,
a little.
like Peter Parker, right? What did you think, Dan? Supposed to do a cut, but whatever.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm here.
Are you getting a vision?
Here we go. Are
Dan!
we ready?
Dan, are you getting a vision?
Yeah, I was getting a vision that this is gonna suck. I'm not a fan of what Sony does. Like, I understand taking characters and exploring their possibilities and stuff, but they're taking what these characters are. Like, look at Kraven, and they're trying to like turn a lot of the villains, a lot of these side peripheral characters that were really designed around a specific personality type, which was beautifully written. Like they're gutting the core out of it. Like imagine if you took Aunt May. Aunt May is built around a core concept of a personality, right? Take Aunt May now, make her a stripper. You know, like we're gonna make it edgy. We're gonna make it a stripper. We're gonna do all kinds of this stuff, and it's like, why?
Can I point out something? There was a Sony leak many years ago before Spider-Man came over to the MCU, and there was apparently a Aunt May movie in production. And it's not anymore. But yeah, there's something about
we're gonna have to kick that one out of a moving vehicle and keep going on.
Yeah. So the thing about this whole thing, Sony. I'm reading this book, The Reign of the MCU, which is about everything to do with Kevin Feige, what was happening before Kevin Feige. Avi Arad, who was the co-producer for a long time of a lot of the movies that came out, like Blade, and he still had his name on a lot of stuff for a long time. He's moved over to Sony and is kind of shepherding a lot of this stuff. And he has his history in toys. His whole thing was creating figures and toys. It was fine for a while at the beginning of like the Marvel Spider-Man movies, you know, where we had Tobey Maguire and all that, and then they tried the reboot and stuff. But
it's all toy-centric. Core.
It's toy-centric
of the characters,
right? It's toy-centric as opposed to now. It's toy-centric more so than it was then. I feel like they're really just trying to take. Oh, well, we got all these other great characters. We don't need Spider-Man in it. It's like, yeah, but you do. Unless you made, not necessarily all the time, but there's some characters that just don't work without Spider-Man. I just don't have, I personally don't care about a lot of characters. And if you're going to do a Kraven movie, you can, but Kraven is a villain. I can't think of any time he was
a villain.
And Madam Web is not
and twisting themselves into trying to make these characters likable, so people will go out and buy more.
And Madam Web's not a villain, but she's not
she's
interesting enough to hold a movie. Yeah, no, she's not a hero. She's not. She shouldn't have her own movie. I'm sorry.
No.
Look, she should be a character in a Spider-Man movie. I would love that. But I don't think I have an interest to watch her. I'm going to see this movie because I'm a shill, Marvel shill, whatever. I'm a fanboy.
You know what?
Whatever.
They should absolutely make like just like hold it true to character, but make a peripheral like movie about like let's say Jimmy Olsen. Like let's follow Jimmy Olsen through whatever massive thing he could do, right? Like whatever plagues him. Maybe he's got to get ready for a date, and then we follow it all the way through to unsatisfactory 10-second sex. Like it just as real as humanly possible, right?
A Jimmy Olsen movie would be great,
though.
A Jimmy Olsen movie would be great, but it'd have to be based off of a lot of the weird stuff that happens in. Oh, I gotta plug in my PC. We're gonna pause for a sec so I can do that.
I mean, we could pause, or you could put me back in front of the camera so I can sit here and rant.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What up, y'all? I'm back. Here we go. So, I don't like what they're doing with a lot of the different Spider-Man villains. They're trying to make them relatable. Like, I get it. Punisher is probably one of the few anti-heroes that you can kind of get away with playing around in the gray area, but you can't do it with Kraven. I'll give them credit for Venom at least, because Venom has always had that gray area in the comics. They've tried to pull him this way and that way, and there is precedent for that, and I'm fine with that. But they have to pick and choose. They can't just make him full on ballistic about Spider-Man, but he's a great guy. It's like, well, You're defeating.
That's the thing that
how
bothered
a
me was
story
like
should go.
That's what bothered me. They're already kind of making Venom obsessed with Spider-Man. He sees him on a TV screen and he's like, "Oh," and he licks the screen. It's like
He's never seen him before.
He's never seen him before, and you could argue, oh, he has a connection with him, but he had a connection with him because Peter Parker was the original owner of the suit,
and he was a match.
There was no, there was no reason for Venom to be obsessed all of a sudden. So they're just kind of forcing these,
and that's what it is. It's just forced consumeristic bull.
It feels like a toy-centric movie. Like, oh,
Yes.
we've got Spider-Girl, we've got Spider-Woman, all these spider things happening, and I forget what I read somewhere. Adam Scott is playing a very integral character for the movie. I won't say who, but if they go that direction, sure. I don't know. It's just these things they don't excite me like they should. I don't care about certain people in Spider-Man's life. If they made an Aunt May movie, who's going to watch that? Who's that for? You know, like that's kind of how I feel Madam Web is. And
the key demographic for Aunt May is between the age of 60 and 80 years old. and those really hardcore into quilting.
This is when Sally Field was the character. So
yeah.
Think of it this way: it's still Magnolias with Spider-Man. I don't know. Like, I just look. The thing about Craven, I want to touch on this real quick, and then we'll cut this video because it's getting a little long.
It Rant City.
Yeah, it's Rant City, baby. So there's a version of Craven in the new Spider-Man PS5 game, Spider-Man 2. It is the best version of Craven I have ever seen.
I bet he's a villain.
He's a villain. This dude is so scary that I thought he was going to kill Venom for a minute. I was like, Jesus.
Well, that's how he's supposed to be. This is a professional hunter. Like, this is what he does. Like, come on.
Yeah. Like, I really think they need to look at that game. Look at the comics. Look at the original comics.
They don't care about
I saw
the
trailer
material. They don't.
Yeah,
care about
I looked at the trailer for Craven, and they're like, we watched that, right? He gets blood, and he's suddenly got the blood of a tiger, and he can kill things, and he's a good guy. I'm like, what are we doing? What is this? What is Sony doing with all these properties? It's really confusing.
They're trying to juice a stone, is what they're doing, and they're not juice like I don't like it. I didn't have as much fun with the Venom movies as
you didn't like Mobius. You didn't like Morbius?
No.
It's Morbin time.
No, it's Morbin time. Dude, you know what? A crossover
That's a
with
big thing
the Power
online.
Rangers would have been great. Like, literally anything.
So there was this funny thing online where people are like, I love the part in Morbius where Jared Leto screams, "It's Morbin time." And that didn't happen. But
you know what? I'm gonna make my own cut. I'm gonna make my own cut of that movie and make it watchable. Less watchable. I mean, it goes either way, but I'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
Either
way. Sony needs to, I don't know.
Stop it.
Like Marvel's got their own problems right now. The MCU needs to be fixed, but not like Sony. Sony has been kind of flailing.
There's nothing to fix
forever.
at Sony because the whole thing's broken. The whole thing. You don't fix a car that was in a fire.
Well, then I have the fix.
You
I
just
have
get
the
a new
fix.
car.
Put freaking Spider-Man in the movies. Get Andrew Garfield, who wants to play the character, and everybody wants him back. Make a new series with him. Why not? Why not?
That would be amazing.
Just
pick
get
up
better
from
filmmakers
where he's left off, and let him
get better
keep getting
filmmakers
older.
and do something more interesting. Because the two movies he was in were terrible, but he comes back in No Way Home, and he's fantastic. And hell, even bring back Tobey Maguire to be Spider-Man again. Bring back Sam Raimi. Fixed it. Done. But that's just my opinion.
Mine too.
What do you think of the trailer for Madam Web? Are you excited to get caught in that web? Or are you kind of meh about it like we are? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our other segments. Don't forget to smash that like button and what is it? The notification. Yeah. Thank you, veterans, for your service. And Dan, thank you for joining me today.
I hate that you made me watch that.
Happy holidays.
Yes. Bye.